Just thought I'd make another driving video. I haven't made one of these in a while. Just gonna talk to you guys off the cuff. I've been just reading stuff off of Discord for a couple of months now, and I'm still paying attention to stuff in Discord. And I'm paying attention to the price and whatnot. We didn't have that much volume today, I think, but the price went under 20 cents for the first time in a while. Yeah, the Discord was pretty quiet. People didn't seem too alarmed by it or anything. And so I just thought I would put out a video, just giving you guys some positivity a little bit about Safuu. Because I was thinking about this. Our liquidity pool is $2 million, and our market cap is only $3.5 million or 3.7 million or something. Like our liquidity is more than half of our market cap. How many things in crypto have that? I'm pretty sure we're the only one. So we have that, and the other thing about our liquidity pool is it is locked. It is not going anywhere for 12 years, and we know this because we know that Brian Legend tried to take it. He tried, and he was not able to. Like, there were people actually watching him try to take it, and he was not able to. So we know that liquidity is going to be there for 12 more years, because actually 12 and a half more years, because the liquidity from the beginning of Safuu was locked for 13 and a half years, and Safuu has been around for a year now. So we know 12 and a half more years, that $2 million of liquidity will be there, and it's not going anywhere. No matter how many buys or sells, there's always 2 million liquidity. I don't really know how that works. But it's always there. I mean, I know a little bit how liquidity pools work. Like, you know, depending on buys and sells, the ratio of the token to the asset that backs it up changes. Like, our asset that backs up Safuu is BNB, because we're on the Binance chain. And so the more buy, I don't know if buys increase or decrease the amount of Safuu in there. Let me think about this. If buying would increase the price, that means Safuu would be taken out of the liquidity pool and BNB would be added, so that the price would stay the same. Sorry, I was at a stop and there was a bunch of traffic waiting for me. The price of the liquidity pool would stay the same, but Safuu would be taken out and BNB would be added in, so that the price of each individual Safuu would have gone up. So that's what happens when there's a bunch of buying, and when there's a bunch of selling, then a bunch of Safuu gets added to the liquidity pool and BNB is taken out. So, and it's done to keep the liquidity at like $2 million all the time. But anyways, that liquidity is going to be there for 12 and a half years. Like, how many things in crypto have been rug pulls because the liquidity was stolen? Like, the liquidity was drained, either by developers having their own coins and they sell all of their own coins, like all at one time, just in a massive dump, or I don't know how FTX did it, but he just like drained the liquidity and then people were left with nothing. Or like in the case of Terra Luna, where like just like 6 trillion coins were added to the circulation. Like, we know that can't happen with Safuu, because Safuu, the contract has been renounced. So literally nothing can be changed about Safuu. So it's about as safe of an investment in crypto as you can make. And the high taxes are not even a bad thing, because those high taxes are relatively high. It's 14% buy, 16% sell. Relatively high taxes are going towards something really good. Half of those taxes go to burning the supply, and the supply is going down daily, and the other half of those taxes are going to the Safuu Council. So it's acting as a treasury for them to do marketing and add utilities and whatnot. They have a lot of plans. They haven't enacted any of them yet. We're in the early process of voting for all that stuff right now. We're voting on how much of their treasury gets used for buyback and burn, and how much of it is used for it's like website redesign and like some other stuff like that, a lottery. So they're working on a lottery right now. There's a lot of things that are in the works right now for Safuu, but just looking at it as a token that you can buy and hold, it is an extremely safe investment. This is not financial advice, of course, but like in crypto, it's like it's the wild, wild west. We all know this who have been in crypto for any length of time. Accumulator yesterday in its stealth launch is a perfect example of this. Everybody was like so freaking hyped about this thing, thinking it was going to 20x and that everybody was going to become not millionaires, but was going to 20x whatever they put in there immediately, because it was starting with a very low supply and just a bunch of hype going into it, and it was a stealth launch, so everybody was thinking they were going to get in early and the price was going to start at 1 penny. Well, guess what? At the very last second, as everybody's waiting for the freaking contract, what's it called? The token contract address to be released. We're all waiting with bated breath, and I can tell you, it did not do good things for my stomach yesterday, being tight all yes. It puts knots in your stomach when you're waiting for something like that, which was super unpleasant. But then at the last freaking second, people who know how to look at this stuff, I'm not one of them, but people who know how to look at this stuff saw that the developers had created 2 million extra coins for themselves. So the total supply was supposed to start at 2 million, and then all of a sudden the developers at the last second had made themselves 2 million more coins. So what they were going to do is, as soon as the price 5 or 10x, they were just going to sell all their coins in a massive dump and just shit all over everybody that put their money into it. And that's the kind of shit that happens in crypto, because it's the freaking wild, wild west. That's not going to happen with Safuu. It can't. Literally, it can't. The contract has been renounced. The liquidity is locked for 12 and a half years. So, and we know that Brian Legend, although he sometimes, Dio said this well, and I know I'm not supposed to quote him, but I thought this was a good quote. He said that Brian is somewhat dishonest at times, but he's not a crook. Like, he's not always 100% honest. We know he lied about having the fire pit keys, but he's not a crook. He never took a single freaking penny out of the fire pit. Even though he had the keys the whole time, he never took a penny out of there. And we know because people were watching it. They were watching on BSC scans, so we know this. Safuu is a safe investment. And that supply is getting smaller every day. The supply is only is just over 17 million right now. How long will it take to get down to 10 million or 5 million or 1 million? I don't know. It depends on if whales jump in and if the utilities can get the volume up. And there's some amazing utilities that are being talked about. Ted from Project Daylight is talking about creating a separate token called Revive. If the community likes that name, I think Revive is an awesome name. And it would be a stable token that does nothing but go up in value. So it's like, we all like to keep our money in BUSD because it's safe. What if BUSD just constantly went up in value? That's what Revive would be. Like, imagine how insane that technology is, and he has created it. It's like proprietary technology he created for Daylight Protocol, and I think it's it's in Daylight Protocol. Just suffice it to say, he created it, him and his team, and he wants to create another token that would be it would be its own token, but its taxes would benefit Safuu. Like, it would have a 6% buy tax, 6% sell tax, and half of those taxes, 3% of those taxes from every transaction would benefit Safuu. 1% would go to buyback and burn, 2% would go to the treasury to help the council do more marketing and more utilities and whatnot, whatever the council wants to do, and they can even buy back and burn if they want to. And that Revive token could potentially be doing millions in volume a day. Like, how insane would that be? So it's like Safuu is going to become an incredible store of value. I mean, it already is like it's already a very, very good store of value, in my opinion. I mean, the price is fairly stable. I mean, I know it's been going down slowly lately, but I mean, if you see the number of sales that are happening and how slowly that price is going down, you see how stable this price is. So I think Safuu has a very bright future. I think it's not financial advice, but I think it's a pretty damn safe investment when you compare it to other crypto projects. I mean, so, you know, shoot, like if you want if you want a safer investment than this, you practically got to go to a blockchain that's been, you know, like in the top 3, like BNB or Ethereum or Binance or Bitcoin, you know, like those, like I would rank Safuu as safe as those, you know. So we have an amazing token. We have an amazing community with this token, and it just has an amazing future. How long it's going to take for people to wake up and realize this, you know, I mean, the community already knows this, but how long will it take for the council to get the word out about how amazing this token is? And especially if this Revive token can be developed soon, that is going to benefit Safuu, that's going to get people to FOMO into Safuu, because they're going to be like, holy crap, you know, they're going to FOMO into Revive, and then they're going to be like, wow, Revive is feeding into Safuu, like I should get into Safuu too. So it's like Revive and Safuu are going to grow at the same time. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be off the chain. So anyways, I just wanted to put out some good stuff about Safuu, because I've been critical of the council in the past, and honestly my opinion is changing about them, and I'm going to try to just talk to you guys like this more often, and not, you know, there's a lot of good, wonderful people in our community, but you know, Discord can sometimes be a little negative, and I, for some reason, when I'm reading it, and you know, for some reason it rubs off on me, and it's like, I'm a pretty optimistic person usually, so I'm going to try to just talk to you guys like this, and you know, if you appreciate it, then awesome, let me know. I listen to your comments, you know, I respond to everybody. So anyways, that's it. I just wanted to, you know, talk about this token that I love, that we all love, and bring some positivity at a time when not much is going on and people are a little down at the mouth, you know. So, all right, I'm home. Gonna go see my wife. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And if you want to give me some feedback, I'd appreciate that too. All right, see ya.